Hi guys, it's Sam here with Bargain Hunting Blonde, and today at a request of a subscriber, I am bringing to you how I take care of my luxury designer shoes and the resoling process and how that all works, because I do believe that luxury shoes can be a wardrobe investment, not an actual investment. I don't think luxury goods are an actual investment, but a wardrobe investment for your closet and how they can last for years, and kind of how I go about figuring out when I need to resole them and how I take care of them. So first, let me show you a pair of shoes that I have had for a while and have had resold numerous times, and actually initially bought them pre-loved because I do think they're a little on the pricier side for what they are. So they are these. These are the Chanel Quilted Ballet Flat. They have a patterned cap toe with the CCs, and as you guys can see on the side, they are more of their caviar leather and they're quilted. So I did buy these pre-loved, but they had not been worn when I did buy them. They had very light, like tried on them house marks, and clearly didn't fit whoever bought them, because I do find that the quilted Chanel flats do run slightly smaller than the regular Chanel flats. For me, I have really skinny feet, so I don't actually need to size down or up in these, but I could see if you did have a slightly wider foot, sizing up a half size would help a lot. So as you guys can now see, so this is the sticker that comes when you buy them. It's still on there, I should take it off. Pre-loved from the Real. So if you need to, and you do buy from the Real, you can return shoes and other small leather goods, but not their handbags, unless they're not as described. So I ended up putting another, it's gotten a little dirty, heel tap on this because the heel was wearing, and that was really the part on the shoe that was wearing. So what I do when I get luxury goods is every day when I take them off, I look at them, just kind of inspect them, because if you did get something on your shoes, you can normally wipe it off within the 24 hours you got it on your shoes. But if you leave it there and you don't notice it till the next time you take them out of their dust bag, there's a high likelihood that it is going to stay on your shoe. So say you did get some scuff marks on it. For me, these are leather. I would try either a very, very lightly damp cloth, or my personal favorite, which is to use a baby wipe. If you can use a baby wipe on a baby, you can use it on a Chanel shoe. That is how I think about it. I've never had any issues with them discoloring my shoes. But again, if you are worried about that test in a spot, that wouldn't really matter if it did discolor a little bit, maybe like on the back of the heel. So that's the first thing I do when I take off my shoes. The second thing I do is check the bottoms just to see. So you guys can see that the bottoms have definitely been worn, but they are still thick enough and they have not worn through. They're not really worn on the sides. So I do check that. I also want to make sure sometimes these leather shoes bottoms will pick up things like rocks. I take the rocks out of the shoe, see if it if it created a hole. I've never had that happen, but I could see that happening. So I check the bottom of the shoe. I also check how the shoe is wearing, because for me, I do have back and ankle problems. And so if the shoe is really starting to wear at the heel, because I do walk a little different, I have had ankle surgery, I check the heel and might need to get it resoled. I do everyone I think wears their shoes a little differently. And so that is something that I keep in mind. So like for this one, I was like, well, this part of the shoe is okay, but I have clearly worn, the back of the heel. So I took it into my cobbler, and sometimes they do need to put something on the front of this to make the back of the sole and the front even. But he was like, no, that's not an issue with these. You've worn down the back heel. Sorry about that, guys. I am back. I ran out of space on my SD card. So I had to delete a bunch of things because I never delete anything off my SD card. So like I was saying, I had a sole just put on the back heel, which is one of your options. My second option is on my, let me get them out there, a pair of Gucci's. I keep everything, if possible, in its dust bag and its box. Sometimes I don't have the box if I bought them pre-loved, or the dust bag, so I keep them in whatever they come in. So these are my Gucci. They are the Princetown loafers. I love them. I did go up a full size from what I bought the Brixtons in. So you guys can see there has been some wrinkling, but I think that is just going to happen with these type of leather shoes. It does not bother me at all, and is very not noticeable when you're wearing them in the black leather. So these guys I wear a lot. They also have a very thin sole and a very thin heel, as you guys can see. So I have had to get them resoled. I know a lot of people like to actually put soles on their shoes before they wear them, and that is sometimes recommended. My cobbler said that the sole does not stick as well when you do that, so you're better off to wear your shoes with the leather sole for a little bit and then take them into the cobbler so that the new sole you're putting on sticks. You guys will see these do have a black lining that I did have put on them. Oh, that's a part of I do keep them stuffed to try to keep their shape. And then the heel, I had a heel tap, basically put on to even out with this new sole on the front. And on the back, as you guys can see, I'm probably going to take it in and have a full heel put on it, but not yet. I've been wearing these. I have not been wearing them a lot because it has been raining outside. So resoling your shoes is really easy. You do have to take it to a cobbler. I would not recommend doing it yourself. There are professionals. If you don't know someone in your area, I actually didn't when I moved to Palo Alto, and I just looked it up on Yelp. It is very simple. Depending on the cobbler, it'll take either sometimes it's literally as short as a day, depending on what their workload is, to a week. Not a big deal, very easy to do. Highly recommend. It is a way for you to keep your designer shoes and use them for way longer than you normally would. Again, first step is look them over, wipe them down. Second is see how the sole is wearing, see if you do need to take them to a cobbler. And third is either wear them again, put them back in the box, in the dust bag, or take them to a cobbler, depending on what state they are in. So thank you guys so much for watching my video on how to take care of your designer luxury shoes. If you like seeing these sort of videos, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. If you are someone who does like to look at shoes or luxury purses or just fashion on Instagram or Facebook, please make sure to follow me. I have both both platforms linked down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys.